Yo, what is going on, guys? Jack here, and welcome to episode 59 of my Tracksuit to the Top series here at Lewis FC in the Premier League. Hopefully you guys are good. Today I've got for you guys a live comm against Reading, but before that we've got to talk about the last few fixtures, and as you guys all know, it was a tough run in to the Christmas period and we performed admirably. We played fantastic football, we got some huge results against all the odds, and things are looking pretty positive, if I'm honest. So last episode we lost 4-3 to Forest. The next game was against Swansea. We lost 2-1 in this game. Pretty disappointing. We went a goal ahead after 3 minutes, and then by half time we were 2-1 down. Wilfred Boney grabbing the goal that decided this game. We perhaps had a little bit more of the play, but at the end of the day we didn't take enough chances that came our way. The next result was a great one, 3-1 against Manchester City. A bit of a smash and grab. I used our counter-attacking tactic for this game. But all in all, we did fantastic. Matthew Lewis grabbing 2, Iheanacho grabbing 1. And we won a game that I did not expect us to win, and there's been a few other ones like this actually, so it's pretty pleasing to see us getting some results against bigger teams. One thing that I'm really pleased with at the moment is our goal scoring record. If you look at the league in terms of goals for, we are actually joint with both Liverpool and Arsenal for most goals scored in the league. Now, unfortunately, our defensive record is really not that great. We've conceded 6 against Liverpool, 5 against Tottenham, 4 against Chelsea. However, the 2 goal scorers we have been grabbing goals for us, and you can actually see here, looking at the league top goal scorers, Matthew Lewis and Iheanacho make up the top 2 goal scorers in the league, with 16 goals and 17 goals each, and they actually have a little bit of a cushion onto the people behind them. They've been playing superb, and they've been a massive contributing factor behind the success so far this season. Anyway, the next game after the City game was a 3-1 win against Newcastle. A really good performance this one. Good to see Suso grab his first goal for the club. Rolando Aarons as well, back from the Caribbean Championships, playing for us in this game. As you can see, he's now got 46 caps, but he played great. He got a goal here, and look at his performances this year. He's stepped up to the mark again this year. Perhaps not getting as many goals and assists in past years, but equally being a key component of the team. Anyway, the next result was a bonkers one as we lost 6-5 to Liverpool. Matthew Lewis grabbing 4 goals, but that wasn't enough. We still lost. This was just a mad game. I think we went 5-4 up at one point. If I'm honest, this whole game was just a blur because of the amount of goals. It was 2-2. It then went 3-2 to Liverpool, it went 3-3 to us, it went 4-3 to us, it went 4-4, it went 5-4 to us, and then Liverpool got 2 late goals, Raheem Sterling grabbing a hat-trick, and with the 82nd minute goal he got them the win. I almost wish I'd live-comm this game, except the match ended up going on for probably a good 10 to 15 minutes. It was a very long game because of all the goals, but unfortunate not to get anything from that game. Anyway, the next result was another 3-1 win. And we've had a few of these 3-1s. We seem to enjoy scoring 3 but just not keeping a clean sheet. This one was a good result. Matthew Lewis grabbing 2, Iheanacho grabbing 1. The game was fairly 50-50, but we took the chances that came our way. If you look at the Premier League, Arsenal are top of the league. They've only lost 4 all year and they've only conceded 18. So to score 3 against them in one game was a really pleasing performance. The next result, away from home, going to Stamford Bridge, or rather the Zola Arena, because Chelsea have moved stadiums, we got spanked, we got destroyed, they were the better team. It was very reminiscent of the 5-0 defeat to Spurs. Pretty disappointing, particularly given how competitive we'd been in the City, Liverpool and Arsenal games. You know, I felt like we should have done maybe a little bit better, but being away from home perhaps played against us. Anyway, we won our FA Cup third round tie against Sheffield United. You can see here we played a rotated team. Good to see Alex Samuel grab 2, Jerome Sinclair and Sheyi Hojo also getting goals. And then back into the league with our last 2 games. We got a 3-2 win against Stoke. Iheanacho grabbing 2, Matthew Lewis grabbing 1. Those 2 between them, you're kind of getting the trend, I feel, here, that they're just banging in all the goals for us. And in our other game, a 2-0 win against Cardiff, Matthew Lewis and Rolando Aarons with the goals. So, very good is the bottom line. We've not been drawing many, and the thing that's really benefiting us so far this Premier League year is our ability to score. You look at the amount of games we've scored in a row. I think it's 13 league games in a row we've scored in. And obviously, if you score a goal, you have a chance to win. And We've been outscoring a lot of teams in a lot of games. Looking at the league table, we're in 6th, which I can't see us maintaining if I'm honest, but we're 5 points away from that total that I said would be the kind of total we need to potentially avoid relegation, which is fantastic. Obviously, I didn't expect us to get quite as many points as we have done in out of the games. Looking at the league in general, no one's massively pulling away with the league, and you can see teams like Man City have drawn 8, Liverpool have drawn 6, Brighton have drawn 8, Newcastle have drawn 10. There's a lot of draws in this league, and we've not had that many. We've only had 3, and that's kind of benefited us because we're winning or losing, which obviously 3 draws gives you 3 points, whereas 2 wins and 1 loss gives you 6 points. There's a massive difference between a win and a draw. But anyway, today we're going to be taking on Reading. They're in 19th. They have a few familiar faces that I'm sure you guys will know of if we look at them. I'm hoping I'm going to be able to find them here now. I'm going to have to search. Oh, there's one of them, Joe Robinson. Never really reached his potential, Joe, but we sold him for £3 million, and that's looking like a fantastic deal now. He's just not developed. They've not given him game time. You can see he went on loan to Boreham Wood, and that's the only first team football he's had in the last 4 years. So it doesn't surprise me that he's not developed. The other player I'm looking for is Mr. Ben Bacon, but I can't actually see. Oh, wait, did I see him and I've gone blind? There he is. He's out on loan. That's why I couldn't see him. But he's on loan at Barnsley. He's getting a little bit of first team football. He's actually looking like a very good player. Probably not Premier League quality, but not bad. As you can see, he's playing in League One for the 2nd year in a row, so at least he's getting football. But yeah, hopefully we can get a win here. In our last game against Reading, we drew 0-0 at home, which is a little bit disappointing. They did miss a penalty, however, to win the game. You can see, looking at the league table, they're 2nd from bottom, so this really should be winnable. In terms of our squad, fairly strong team. The 2 players missing are actually Kouakou and Sonogo, because the African Cup of Nations, Nigeria I don't think qualified, so Iheanacho and Sheyi Ojo are not going to the tournament, which is obviously a massive benefit to me, because otherwise we really would be lacking some of our best players. So yeah, I hope we can get a win here. I'm just very, very pleased with how things are going at the moment. Obviously, to be in 6th is crazy. If we could get top half, that would be beyond my wildest expectations, but I mean, at the start of the season, I was worried we were going to get relegated, if I'm honest. But Matthew Lewis and Iheanacho have just been so prolific in front of goals, scoring so many goals between them, that I just don't think we're going to get relegated on the basis that we're actually scoring a lot of goals. You look at the general trend in real life of the Premier League, the teams who tend to get relegated are teams that don't have a goal scorer capable of getting into double digits for the year. So to have 2 players kind of edging on 20 goals each for the year, and obviously with a hell of a lot of games left to go, is just incredible. And also, I guess, for them both to be the top 2 goal scorers. Perhaps a little bit worrying that we rely on 2 players so heavily for our goals, but I'll take it at this point. And Matthew Lewis has a chance. He's just missed a sitter. 6 yards out, ball at his feet, and the keeper stands firm and blocks it. A little bit disappointing, that. With 30 minutes gone, that is the only clear-cut chance of the game, although we've got a chance here. Suso, Darlow in goal though, will hold on to it. Looking at the stats, Reading having a little bit of the ball. As you can see, they've only had 1 shot on target, although they do go route 1 there. They've got Berahino and Benteke up front. 2 strikers who are not bad strikers by any means, but I can only kind of assume that they're just not scoring that many and that perhaps the midfield lets them down. I guess that's another thing that we have quite fortunately got, in terms of we have some very good creative attacking midfielders. Aaron's on the left, obviously Suso on the right, and then Sonogo, Tariq if we need to call upon him, Sheyi Ojo. We've got some good creative players, and I've just pissed off everyone because I mindlessly clicked that I was happy with the team talk. That's a mistake. Hopefully that won't cost us. Anyway, got a set piece here. Ojo, Lewis, was that blocked? That was a clear-cut chance apparently, and now can Reading break? They're on the counter. Leon get a tackle in. Good tackle by Rolando Aarons, working back, and now Matthew Lewis has it. He has it. He's on a run. Where's he going? I think this is just going to be a pointless end to the highlight, and I'm just getting all emotional and excited about nothing, although we still have the ball, I guess. Iheanacho, tackle comes in, Aaron's De Bock. It's a good spell of possession, but we need to do something with it. And I fear this is just a pointless highlight, and I'm just going to cry a little bit about FM wasting my life. Although Lewis, Nacho hits it, and that was another chance. But he could only divert it wide. Well, at least we're creating lots of opportunities, but really we need to take one of these. We don't have the best goal-scoring options on off the bench. We've got, obviously, Jerome Sinclair and Samuels, 2 players who can get goals and have done for us, just never at this level. And for that reason, I'm a lot more willing to, I guess, put my faith in Matthew Lewis and Nacho to grab us the goals. Anyway, Reading on the attack here. That is a ridiculous goal. I don't even know what to say about that. If you're listening in and you're not watching the video, you need to tab out. You need to tab out of your FMs and watch this goal. I do not know how this has gone in. How far out is he there? 35 yards? That's incredible. I want to blame Mullen in goal because obviously Mullen's coming in with Kouakou being at the African Cup of Nations. But I can't really blame him for that. That flew in. So right now, Reading are definitely getting back into the game. They've started a lot better this second half. I'm going to go for our kind of standard change, I guess, that we've done a fair bit of, which is more direct, higher tempo, and then push our wide midfielders into kind of more winger positions. Give them kind of permission to perhaps press on a little bit and just offer us a few extra passes in the final third. Speeding up our play. But anyway, this is disappointing at the moment. That wonder strike, currently the difference. Now Benteke's through and he smashes over. That was almost a chance for 2 for Reading. Reading really have upped their game in this second half. I think we need to make some changes here. Shea Ojo at roaming playmaker has been particularly poor. We're going to have to bring on Tariq because we've not got that alternative option. Elsewhere, I don't really want to make too many changes, but I'm going to bring on Denor for Suso. Denor, of course, was in our first team a fair bit before Suso came in, but then he got injured, and since then I've just not really been playing him because Suso's been performing, I guess, well enough. But right now, this is looking really disappointing for us. We need to improve here. We need to at least score 1. It's been one of our strengths this year, and we've just not taken chances that have come our way so far. And Nacho, incredibly greedy there, you'd have to say. Just carrying the ball and then just smashes it way, way wide of the mark. We're trying to force some passes with our more direct style play. We're throwing men forward, and as you can see, there's a little bit more space in the midfield for Reading's build-up play. Now Berahino's through. Mullen with the initial block. Rebounds blocked again, and ball is cleared, but this is not convincing. Reading really turning the screw right now. Mullen to make some fantastic saves there. These are the kind of games we need to win. Yes, we've been beating some of the bigger teams, but I mean, you have to beat the smaller teams. Like, if we can't beat these, then it's like my team can't get fired up for the big games. Oh, sorry, the small games, but they love pulling off upsets. And unfortunately, Reading are going to run out 1-0 winners. Unfortunately for us, that game was really lost in the first half, where we had some chances and we just didn't do anything with them. And in the second half, Reading improved. They got kind of a grip on the game, I guess. And ultimately, they were the better team, which is disappointing. But anyway, in terms of when I'm going to be back for the next episode, I'm not entirely sure. Because of the nature of this year, and it looks like we're going to be on course for a mid-table finish, I might do the Brighton game. I feel like I did Brighton before. No, actually, I think I did Nottingham Forest before. We might do the Brighton game. That comes just after Regen Day, so maybe we'll have some good players in the intake, because we have been trying to invest in those facilities for years, and we've got nothing good from our youth facilities yet. But anyway, hopefully you've enjoyed this video, guys. If you have, smash the like button. And other than that, it is me, Jack, and hopefully I'll see you guys on episode 60 of this, the Tracksuit to the Top. I'm out.